What's up, everybody? This is 5 Picks in 5 Minutes from the Action Network. For all of our picks, there's a link in the episode description with our bets so you can easily add our bets to your bet slip and tail. I'm Chris Raybon. I'm here with Grant Neefer and Kyle Murray. Grant, you're up first. Start us off with a banger.
All right. Banger I give out pretty much every single week, and yet the books still keep the price too high. George Pickens plus 210 to score a touchdown. Now, I know laying back in the lineup, Pickens got less use last week, didn't end up scoring, but I'm going right back to the well here. I don't care. Matchup versus the Broncos is a tough overall matchup, but Surtain probably is going to be shadowing CeeDee Lamb in this spot, which means more volume for Pickens. Doesn't matter who the Cowboys play, they're still putting up a ton of points. It's going to be a close game. They're going to be throwing. Pickens is the go-to target for Dak in the red zone. 10 red zone targets on the season. Scored in 80%, 70% of his games so far this year. Plus 210 is way too high.
Yeah, I love the Cowboys in this matchup as well. Kyle, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to pick that I know Raheem Morris will like us. He calls Bijan Robinson the best player in the NFL. So I'm backing the best player in the NFL according to his head coach. Bijan Robinson over 129.5 rushing and receiving. It's a big line, but I don't know if there's anybody in the NFL more deserving of a big line, especially in this matchup against Miami, who's allowing over 128 yards per game to opposing running backs on the ground. So it's a great matchup for Bijan Robinson. Obviously, the volume is there as well. So I'm taking the over on 129.5 rushing and receiving here.
All right, I'm going to go a little off the board here. I'm going to go Jamari Thrash anytime touchdown at 14-1. This is a guy who's just climbing up the Cleveland Browns depth chart. It's really tough to run against the Patriots, usually throwing, and Isaiah Bond has just been terrible. So his snaps went down last game. Thrash starting to see more snaps as that number 3 guy, and especially in the red zone. So give me Jamari Thrash, anytime touchdown, 14-1. Grant, let me say that again. Jamari Thrash, anytime touchdown, 14-1. Grant, start us off with another banger.
All right, we're going Mark Andrews to score a touchdown, plus 250. Now, Andrews really hasn't done a ton. He's been getting volume, but obviously Cooper Rush being in the game is a huge hindrance to him. Lamar should be back this weekend. Andrews had 11 touchdowns last season with Lamar, had 2 in the last full game that they played together. Should be high scoring in this spot. Chicago defense isn't great, so plus 250, far too high odds.
Kyle, finish us off.
Yeah, you guys have given out a lot of bangers here, so I'm going to follow it up with the banger of my own. I'm taking Cam Ward over 1.5 rush attempts. I know, super sexy pick here, but bottom line is Cam Ward, prior to the last 2 games, he's cleared this number in each game so far this season. So he's had 2 down games, giving us a bit of a discount on this number, but 14-point underdogs for the Titans. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot, and I think that's going to lead to more potential scramble opportunities for Cam Ward, who's not necessarily afraid to tuck and run. I know he prefers to stay in the pocket and pass, but I do think that he'll have more scramble opportunities considering the pass volume should be up. So give me the over on 1.5 rush attempts here.
All right, there you have it. If you want to parlay, George Pickens, anytime touchdown. Jamari Thrash, anytime touchdown. Bijan Robinson, over 129.5 rushing and receiving yards. You can get that at 83-1. Use a link in the chat to tail. I'm Chris Raybon for Grant Neefer and Kyle Murray. This has been 5 Picks in 5 Minutes.